Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The Falcons at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
10. Monday.
They'll go again with Dobbins. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Alert!
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And some room to maneuver.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
On the give is Nwangu.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a gain of 34.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Zebra!
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 31. 99 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
22!
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Alert!
Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hey, 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 hey!
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Stafford. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
White. Zebra. Monday. Zebra.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And down to the 36-yard line here.
123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 37 yards.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Stafford.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
21.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. To throw is Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Down to the 42, second down.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because